Hey guys, this is the Reading King. So, today we were supposed to do the next book in the Red Rising series, but it turns out that I only was able to read that through a library. So once the library's open, I can continue on the series. I can do Golden Sun, which is the next book in the series. For some reason, I have every other book besides Golden Sun, which is kind of annoying. So anyways, instead of that, I decided I would do Dragon Wings by Laurence... Oh dear, I can't read. By Laurence Yep. And this is about a boy who goes... a boy who lives in China, and he goes to America to see his dad. Now, the first pages, he talks about his life in China before his trip overseas, and he talks about how he grew up without his dad because his dad was in America, working to send money, and so what happens is that he ends up going to America. He ends up boating to America and living with his dad and a bunch of other people. His uncle is there and some other male relatives, as the fathers of the family always went to America to support the mothers and children in China. Apparently, that's what's happening in this book. So, on page 26, we have our first scene with all of the main characters in America. There's Uncle, Lefty, White Deer, and they're called the Company. And Father has a new name, apparently, Wind Rider, and we'll find out about that. Why he was nicknamed Wind Rider. And then we get introduced to Black Dog, who gives him a steel knife. A steel knife, because they're giving the kid a bunch of gifts to it's his first night in America. And so that happens. On page 35, we skip ahead to page 35. It starts the story. It starts talking about Wind Rider's dream. And in his dream, he met the Dragon King, and it's quite a long story. Basically, he met the Dragon Wing, and he flew around with the Dragon Wing, and that started his father, and now Father Wind Rider, whatever you want to call him, wants to fly, wants to go and glide in a flying machine or such. So then again, we skip ahead some more, and there was a little bit of violence as Black Dog got caught up with some gangs, and Father had to fight on his behalf. So now Father and Moonshadow, I believe his name, that's the son, have to go live with someone else. And on page 95 is their first interview impressions with their landlord, who is a nice old lady, and she lets them stay as tenants. So that's nice. They're gonna be spending quite a long time as tenants here, and they have fun. they have fun. But then trouble comes, and a earthquake hits. And the earthquake causes a bunch of chaos, and Father and Moonshadow eventually have to move out because of the chaos and such. And so, after that, they go to a barn, a giant empty barn, and they decide to rent that place to stay. And it takes them 3 years, but eventually they finish building the plane/glider, because they use the space in the barn to work on that with the spare money they earned. And so at the final scenes of the book, they try to fly the plane as it's just finished, and the entire company and the landlord all come and watch it, because it's, of course, you can't have a good ending of a book unless you reunite with all the characters you met along the way. And so Wing Rider decides that the glider failed, sadly, and Wing Rider decides that he'd rather be alive long enough to see his grandchildren than fly, and so he's not going to try and fly again. And that's really sad, I think, but also sort of happy in a way, as he isn't able to reach his dreams, but he's happy doing what he's doing. So yeah, this honestly was a really good book, and I feel I may have skipped over a lot, but there was just so much to unpack here that I really had. It was either go through sparingly or do the entire book page by page, because like every moment is just a really good moment. And so I had a hard time picking what I wanted to talk to you guys about, but honestly, I really just picked up the scenes that set up with the main characters, and yeah. I have a couple announcements. Of course, Minecraft is coming out on Sunday. Also, I record Minecraft before the book reviews in the week, although I post the reviews first. And because of that, all of my announcing is a little bit messed up. So, excuse me if I repeat a couple things that I said in the Minecraft video that's coming out on Sunday. But other than that, we're good. And this was a short episode. This was a short review, but don't worry. Don't worry, it'll be made up with the Minecraft video, as that is, it quite literally tripled in time, and it's 30 minutes long, or somewhere around that, and so I was shocked. I didn't realize I had been recording for so long. Anyways, see ya!